What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Baddog back with another New York Giants video. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Do me the honor, hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed to the channel. Make sure you click that bell notification so you know when I do a video like this or go live. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Links are in the description. Really close to having 2,000 followers on Instagram. It'd be awesome we could get over that hump. We're about 3 away. So follow me on those. I will follow you back. Also want to say tonight, I'm very excited. We did one of these roundtables during the offseason. We have 3 of the best content creators you can find on YouTube. Lawn Nation representing the Cowboys, Lord Brunson representing the Eagles, and Louis T representing the Washington football team. You guys are going to want to come by. I'm going to need all the Giants support that I can get because, you know, all those other guys they're going to be repping really hard, man. This division's really tight, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it, man. We're going to chop it up. We're going to have some fun tonight, so I hope to see all you guys and girls there tonight for that round table. It's been a while since we've done one, so it should be fun. You know, the New York Giants defense has been really good this year. A lot better than a lot of us expected, myself included. I really thought that the offense would actually be ahead of the defense this year. Patrick Graham has done such a phenomenal job. You know, we don't have an absolute like stud edge rusher. We just don't have that. We don't have a second cornerback. There's been holes. We've had a lot of injuries in the linebacking core this year, and of course, Kyler Fackrell just went on IR, so he's out for at least 3 weeks. These are 3 of the tougher games you have to play. Obviously, his presence is going to be missed. Huge. He's been a big part of what we've done on defense, and it's unfortunate. He's got a lower leg injury. I believe it's a calf strain, and it's going to hold him out for, like I said, at least 3 weeks. Obviously, this is a big loss in the New York Giants, and we're already thin at that position, about as thin as my hairline, so that's really not good for our linebacking core. I guess we're going to see a lot more of Cam Brown and Carter Coughlin, perhaps, and we can see what these late round rookies can do. We've had a lot of production when these guys are in. Tay Crowder had some production this year. Cam Brown's been pretty productive. I don't remember seeing a lot of Carter Coughlin, but it should be interesting to see what they do in place of Kyler Fackrell. Patrick Graham has always been able to really scheme his guys into being really solid defenders. So we'll see what we do. Kyler Fackrell, I believe, was second on this team with 3 sacks. Of course, Leonard Williams leads the team with 6. We're talking about the overall defensive picture for the New York Giants. Like I said, it's been really, really good overall. Now, passing defense, we're not good. I mean, we're 19th overall. A lot of that did come at the beginning of the year. We've seen some blown coverages. Of course, we've been ahead in a couple of games and allowed teams to go down and score, but still, the passing defense has had something left to be desired. And again, that goes back to not having a second cornerback and our safety position being pretty thin, although Jabril Peppers and James Bradbury have been absolutely phenomenal this year. Jabril Peppers really has come on the last month or so. I mean, he's playing like a man possessed. And Bradbury, in my opinion, has played like an all-pro. Now, he's probably not going to make the all-pro team, but he's definitely a Pro Bowl. He's one of the best cornerbacks in the league. And obviously, Dave Gettleman signing him was huge to this team. We get a second corner and an edge rush, man. This defense is looking really, really good for next year, and I know that Giants fans are excited about that as well. We should be. Got to hope Patrick Graham stays on. He has done a really good job with this defense. The pass defense, not great, but the rest of it, very good. 10th overall in defense. We're a top 10 defense. That's right, a top 10 defense in the NFL. The New York Giants, a top 10 defense. You haven't said that in God knows how long. Probably not since 2016. It's been a long time. This defense has had a lot to be desired. And, of course, in 2016, we brought in a lot of high-priced free agents. They were good for 1 year, and then they fell off a cliff the next few years. So 10th in overall defense. We are 6th against the rush. We're 6th against the rush. We're 6th in rushing yards against, like per carry. I mean, that's pretty unbelievable, man. We are a top 6 defense against the run. They're also tied for 10th in sacks. This is a team that couldn't get any sacks over the last 3 years. And even without a legitimate edge rusher, this team still has 27 sacks, which is tied for 10th in the league. Just tells you how great Patrick Graham has done, which is kind of what us Giants fans expected him to do. It's kind of what they've done in New England over the past. They kind of don't really have that solid edge rusher that's going to get you 12 to 18 sacks, but they do bring a lot of pressure from a lot of different areas, and you're going to see that happen against Seattle. It has to happen against Seattle. We got to put pressure on Russell Wilson. We got to do whatever we can to get pressure on him. Can't let him chew us up. We know that they're very, very dangerous offense. DK Metcalf has been absolutely phenomenal. I'll talk more about the game later in the week. But, you know, the New York Giants, again, 10th in sacks, 10th in points allowed. So the New York Giants, like I said, they've been a really solid group. of players on defense, even though no one particular guy stands out. But the thing that really stood out to me, and maybe you guys knew this and maybe you didn't, I certainly didn't know this, but the New York Giants do lead a category, and it's a big category, in defense. They are number 1 in the NFL in quarterback knockdowns. So maybe they're not getting the sack, but they are obviously getting a ton of pressure on these quarterbacks when you lead in knockdowns. So that's better than a hurry. That's better than a pressure. It's not as good as a sack, obviously, but that's about as good as you can get without getting a sack, as knocking a quarterback down. And the New York Giants have really come on here in the past month or so. They've played a lot better. They've won 3 out of the last 4 games. You know, detractors are going to say you haven't played anybody tough. You played Washington twice. You played Philadelphia. You played the Bengals, you know, without Joe Burrow, without Joe Mixon. And detractors can say whatever they want. You know, I can't win. It doesn't really matter what I do on here, man. If I criticize this team, people tell me I'm too negative. If I say good things about this team, I got people coming, oh, shut up. They're 4-7. Calm down. You can't win. It's the internet. I don't even try to win anymore, man. It's just pointless to even try. I just say what's on my mind, and I'm going to continue to do that. But, you know, I'm sure there'll be somebody that comes out and says, oh, they haven't played anybody tough, and that's why they're playing so well over the last 4. I don't care. This is a very young team right now. One of the youngest teams in the NFL with a first-year coaching staff, a second-year quarterback, a running back's been banged up. He hasn't been there pretty much all season. It's a brand new defense. We got 3 rookies on the offensive line. And yet the New York Giants get better and better every single week. They're playing better football, and they've been competitive all season. And that's really all we wanted as Giants fans, was to see this team improve, see this team competitive, and beat the teams in our division. Now, we beat Washington twice. We finally got over the hump and beat the Eagles. Dallas, obviously, we haven't beat them in 3.5 years either, but it's not Dak Prescott playing. We played them very tough the first time, just couldn't close it out. And obviously, we're going to get Andy Dalton. Well, I believe it's Andy Dalton. We'll see what happens in Week 17. It could be Gilbert. Who knows who they're going to start over there in Dallas in Week 17. But, you know, this New York Giants defense, I love it, man. To me, the reason I'm so excited, the reason I've talked about Joe Judge in such a high capacity, the reason I made the video yesterday, I'm excited for the Giants because when I was growing up, man, it was running a defense. I'm an old school guy. You guys know that. I love defense. I love running the ball. I love smash mouth football. This team's gotten back to the run. They've had over 100 yards in 6 straight games. And the defense is a top 10 defense without a solid cornerback number 2 and a solid edge rusher. They get those pieces here next year. They could be a top 5 defense. Obviously, the schedule is not going to be as tough as it was this year. It had a brutal schedule. Every team in this division had a brutal schedule, which is why at the beginning of the year I said no team in this division will win more than 9 games. Giants might not win more than 6 games. The Giants might not win another game the rest of the season. I think we will, but we could not. We might not. We might finish 4-12. Who knows what's going to happen? But I like the direction of the team. I'm not going to say it. We're going to win games. We're going to win at least 2, maybe 3. But, you know, like I said, I just wanted to see improvement. The offense has gotten better. It's unfortunate Daniel Jones went down with the injury. He hadn't turned it over in 3 straight games. That was what I asked. You guys know. You said, when are you going to turn it around to Daniel Jones? I said, he's got to show me consistency. He's got to show me a block of games where he doesn't turn it over, and that's exactly what he was doing. So it's just not that any injury is ever a good timing, but this was really bad. He's probably playing his best football of the year. The offense is really, even though it doesn't really look great on paper, they're not lighting up the world with 38 points, 43 points, 48 points, but they're doing enough to win. But this defense, I'm excited about the defense. And again, number 1 in quarterback knockdowns was a big surprise to me. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments section, man. I'm always willing to hear your comments. I read every comment. I obviously read every comment. Otherwise, I wouldn't know the trolls are there. But, it is what it is. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Don't forget to tune in tonight, 9:30. We're going to chop it up with 3 of the best there is in the NFC East. We'll see you then. It's the Bad Diggity Dizzle, and I'm gone. Peace!